Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the WCPO High School Insider Podcast here at the Fairfield Chick-fil-A, 6305 South Gilmore Road. This is the fifth of six special events previewing the high school football season around the greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Chick-fil-A restaurants. Again, special thanks to operator Daryl Nelson for the hospitality and the entire staff here at the Fairfield Chick-fil-A. I'm speaking with 15 coaches overall during these six special events over the area, highlighting area teams and previewing the high school football season. Just a reminder, this WCPO High School Insider Podcast is brought to you by Chick-fil-A, Greater Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky. Enjoy a free Chick-fil-A original chicken sandwich in the Chick-fil-A app August 21st through the 31st. And we just highlighted Fairfield a minute ago, and now we're pleased to be joined by Winton Woods head coach Chad Murphy, along with four of his players here. Senior tight end Lavielle Waters. I'm sorry about that, Lavielle. Senior quarterback Van George, senior defensive tackle Cameron Jackson, and junior linebacker Justin Hill. Guys, thanks for taking some time. And Coach, thanks for being on the podcast once again. And Winton Woods 12-1 last season in Division II regional semifinalist. The Warriors opened the season at Trotwood Madison on August 18th. And Coach, tell us a little bit about the Warriors this preseason and what you've learned most about this summer and the team that you have.
Yeah, I think we've had a really good camp. We've had a really good off-season start. Officially started up in January, gave the guys the rest of December off, and started fresh for the 23 season in January. And I'd like to say as humbly as possible, I think there's probably not. I can't imagine much better of an off-season in the weight room and now transitioning onto the football field. So, we've worked really hard. That's a thing that just is one of the mainstays around there. Our guys are going to show up and they're going to work hard. It's going to mean a lot to them. So, as far as an off-season, we're really fired up about what we've done so far, leading into our second scrimmage. Got a great group of guys. Obviously, brought four here. Could have this whole place full with 80 plus if we wanted to, but. Really fired up about these four guys and the leadership they're going to provide.
Tell us about that hunger. I visited practice last week. I can kind of sense it just in these practices. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a couple good seasons here back to back. You know what I mean? We were 25-4 in the last 2 years. We won 21 straight, including the 21 state championship and things like that. But just kind of happy, not satisfied. Last year 12-1, and like we said, time and time again, turned our equipment in a little bit early. You know what I mean? So, this group sitting right here has seen what it's like to win a state championship as sophomores, and we also these guys are also blessed. I believe it's a little bit of a blessing to feel what it feels like to turn in a little bit early, like we did last year. So, we're hoping that those feelings from last season, turning that stuff in a little bit early, carries on to this season.
Cameron, tell me a little bit about this mentality of this team. Coach just kind of alluded to it. You guys know what it's like to hoist the state championship trophy, but also the disappointment of last year. What's kind of the mindset for the team right now?
I feel like we're very hardworking and gritty as a collective, as a team, and we want to get after it more than anybody else. We're hungry to get back out there to the level that we were at and just, get after it in general.
How do you think you've improved just from a year ago, Cameron?
Stronger, faster, bigger, just everything above, and I'm hungrier to get after it more than ever.
Lavielle, tell us a little bit about what your teammate mentioned there, maybe just what it's like, the vibe between your teammates when you guys are practicing in the locker room. What's the conversation like?
It's amazing. We just iron sharpen iron. We all good. We added some key pieces to the offense and defense. We just getting better day by day.
Van, there's so much talent. Everybody knows about this team, obviously. What's it like just to practice day in and day out with such a talented group, offensively and defensively for that matter?
I think it's great for everybody. I think we got, like you said, great players all around. It makes me better as a quarterback knowing I'm throwing against great defensive backs every day. They're getting better going against our offense. And like he said, iron sharpens iron. It's a great mentality. We all just get after it every day.
You threw for over 2,000 yards, 24 touchdowns last year. How do you think you've improved as a quarterback?
I've gotten better as far as just knowing what the other guys around me are supposed to do. I'm a year more advanced into the offense, a year more mature, like he said, bigger, stronger, faster. I feel like I'm more confident in my ability right now, and me and my guys, we got our timing down. We're ready to go, ready to get after it.
Justin, Winton Woods has been known for defense for years and years. Obviously, everybody knows about your defensive coordinator, Coach Gray. What's it like this year? What do you kind of sense as far as a defensive standpoint goes?
I mean, he just teaching us the game of football on a different level. Obviously, he's played in the NFL, and he knows a lot of people, and he knows the game of football at a high level. So he's just passing it down to us, and hopefully he's hoping that we grasp a game of football at a higher level as he does.
How do you think you've improved just from a year ago?
Man, crazy, jumping from sophomore year to the junior year. My mindset has grown so much. I'm really looking forward to my junior year for sure.
Coach, can you talk about each one of these guys? Have you named captains, first of all?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
We'll probably do that. I think by the end of this week.
Okay.
Leading into week one, we'll have that nailed down. But, these four guys up here, we talk a lot about leading, whether we got the title of captain anyway or not. We're going to try to lead. We want guys leading. But these four guys have done so. I think Cam Jackson sitting next to me, there's not a finer young man sitting, in the state of Ohio than this guy right here. Excellent student, 3.7 GPA. I mean, he'll be a two-time team captain. I don't even need to see votes yet. I know he'll be a team captain again, and he's earned every bit of that. You know what I mean? He's earned my respect, the coaching staff's respect, his teammates' respect. But he's a core. He's just a heart and soul of the D line and the defensive unit as a whole. Not sure there's any better D tackles in the state of Ohio than this guy and his next door neighbor Delane Massey Wright that lines up right next to him. Just a phenomenal human, a kid that I'd go to war with this guy. You know what I mean? And all these guys at the table, and there's even the ones that aren't here. But just he's a phenomenal human, and he has led. He has made his unit and the guys around him better, and that's what it's all about. Lavielle Waters, I guess he'll fight with Cam for one of the most phenomenal young men I've been around, going into year 23 here. Lavielle, he's got a few offers. Cam's got a couple too. The thing they're fighting is just a 6-foot D lineman and a 6'2" tight end. You know what I mean? Another inch or two. You know what I mean? These dudes have got 20 offers, but these are going to be full scholarship guys before it's all said and done. But Lavi's phenomenal. The ability to have a tight end this day and age, and he's very balanced in the run and the pass. I mean, we ran the ball for over 6,000 yards in the last 2 seasons. He's been an integral part of that, but he's also just phenomenal in the passing game. He's got phenomenal hands. He's got phenomenal work ethic. He shows up every day of his life. He takes a city bus. He's an open enrollment kid for the last 4 years. He takes a city bus, and he never misses a day, and he's never late a day. I've 23 years. I've found kids find a lot of excuses, but this young man resists the excuse bug and gets it done. So just a phenomenal guy. The next guy, Van George, I wouldn't trade him for anybody around. I think we've got our 2 quarterbacks are as good as any 2 in the state of Ohio. I put my name on that. I think Van is a winner and a leader and tough. And he's got a sophomore that's behind him at 6'5", Brashawn Brown, Juju Brown. That's going to be a phenomenal one before it's all said and done. But I love our quarterback room right now. I think Van has, like he said, he's got plenty of weapons around him. He's just got to take what they give him and just not pass up the good, a good one for a better one. Just take what they give us, and he's going to be just fine. Already broke a lot of passing records at Winton Woods High School. And then the last guy, I mean, you type his name in anywhere, any Google search you want to, and obviously he's got offers from Alabama, Ohio State, Oregon, and the list goes on and on. He just got a boatload of talent, and just a phenomenal young man that I couldn't be happier for. Hard to believe we got him another year after this, but just a big time player. But he's a big time young man too. He's Cam. I thought Cam and Maine last year, with all the attention they got, all the college, all the Power 5 this and Power 5 that. I thought them 2 guys handled it pretty well last year, no doubt, considering the alternative. And Justin, I'm going to say he has remained as humble as could be, and being one of the top linebackers in the country. So, 4 great people sitting up here, and 4 really, really good high school football players.
Cameron Calhoun at Michigan now, and Jermaine Matthews Jr. at Ohio State as well, as you mentioned, both of those guys. But, Coach, year 3 for you, such a obviously a special journey, first year winning the state championship. What is it? You have a deep passion for the Winton Woods High School football program, the community, the school. How is it part of your life, the essence of Winton Woods itself? Obviously, the tradition speaks for itself, but can you illustrate that for us? Because you mention it to me every time I talk to you, whether it be an interview or just kind of a quick informal phone call on a Saturday morning after a Friday night game. But this is really something to you, Winton Woods itself.
Yeah, I think it all stems from the game of football in itself. You know what I mean? I've always been a prideful, passionate guy, no matter where I've coached. You know what I mean? So I think it all begins with the game of football and what it's done for my life and the opportunities that I see it to help other people's lives, young people, in their life. So I'm very passionate to start with about the game, but then obviously, I've seen the ups and downs. Mike, you were a part of some of them, or I knew you, during the ups and the downs of my career. But just being able to be around a lot of like-minded people, where other districts are wanting a passionate crowd and a passionate community and a community that cares about the sport, and things like that. But it's here. I'm blessed. I believe when you're blessed, you're grateful for things. You don't take things for granted. I've seen the other side of this, trying to build things such as this program. And I'm just really blessed. I think I'm only the fourth head coach in the history of Winton Woods football. We've got Sin Carr, Everhart, and Big Dog, Coach Parker, and myself. I'm only the fourth person, to be the head football coach at Winton Woods, and I think that's special in itself. With having that less a turnover, you've got the opportunities to build things and carry on things, and in a very prideful community. So the feeling of blessed and being grateful for where I'm at, I'm hoping it does nothing but spread to our young men how blessed they are to play football in the program they're in right now.
Cameron, what's it like to play for Coach Murphy?
It's an amazing feeling playing under a man that loves the game. He loves the game more than anybody, and he gets me fired up more than anything too. So it's just amazing having a coach, that loves the game and truly loves the kids around him, and just great, amazing.
Lavielle, tell us a little bit about maybe somebody hasn't been to a Winton Woods game, what it's like at Charlie Frederick Stadium under the lights on a Friday night.
It's amazing. It's a lot of action, a lot of big plays and stuff. It's great. Coach Murphy, love him. Love the kids, He's a great coach to me.
How has the Winton Woods football program helped your life? I mean, what's it mean to you?
I've been here since freshman year. Helped me, stay out of trouble. Helped me, get better at the sport that I love. And it make me a better man. Make me get better and stuff.
Van, you're shaking your head there. I mean, is there something there with life lessons that go beyond the game that you could kind of tell us about?
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, playing for Coach Murphy, kind of going back like what you asked Cam, is like playing for a father. So along just teaching us football lessons, he teaches us life lessons and how to be a man growing up. So, yeah, I definitely agree with what Lavi said.
Coach, Justin, Coach Murphy mentioned how you're getting all this recruiting attention, but I think you've probably had a conversation with him about, keeping things in perspective. And how has he helped you? Maybe also Coach Gray, some of the other assistant coaches, how have they helped you just, not only in football and what you're doing on the field, but beyond that, looking to your future as well?
Oh, man, just keeping my head in the game. We worried about winning. I mean, Coach Murphy, a great guy. I love him to death. So he going to keep my head straight, and that's all we worry about is winning.
Coach, I asked a couple other coaches at our podcast about this question, but on a Friday, what's it like for you getting ready for a game night? Take me through a Friday for Coach Chad Murphy of the routine or maybe the mindset.
Yeah, I'm not a big routine guy. One of the biggest things for me on a Friday is reminding myself to eat. You know what I mean? It's so many thoughts going through your mind. I don't care how many years you've been doing this. You're always thinking about this, thinking about that, and having a backup plan for this, trying to be proactive for things that might occur, that may never occur, but you got to be a little bit prepared for it just in case. So, one of the biggest things is making sure our guys have everything they need, making sure our coaches have everything they need so they can coach to the best of their ability. Our guys can play to the best of their ability. I try to make it as easy as I can on our staff. When it comes to meeting times and all these kind of things. So I just want our guys, to just be able to show up and do their job. You know what I mean? I try to take care of all the little things that can take one less thing off our coach's mind or one less thing off of our players' mind. And I think that's my job as the leader, to make their job a little easier. You know what I mean? So, just reminding myself to eat is one of the biggest things. That might sound silly, but when I get so, I'm 100 mile an hour and most of the time, and just reminding myself on game days, I got to eat. It's going to be a long night. You know what I mean? It's going to be a long night. So.
Well, you gave me a perfect segue, because I was just going to ask you guys what your Chick-fil-A order is. So let's start with Justin down there. What are you ordering from Chick-fil-A?
Just the regular chicken sandwich and the fries. I don't do too much on the Chick-fil-A sauce. That's about it. In the morning, I get the I don't know what they call it, the little nuggets with the bread on them, and that's it. I don't really get too much.
Good description there.
Yeah.
Van?
A lot of nuggets and a vanilla milkshake. Got to get a vanilla milkshake when I
go.
come to Chick-fil-A.
Good deal. Lavielle?
I'll just get a chicken sandwich with a lemonade. So simple.
Okay, good deal. Cameron?
With me,
To be honest.
well, I was going to tell a lie, but now I got to be honest since Coach Murphy said something. But I usually get a 30-piece, 30 count with a large macaroni and cheese and some large fries with a milkshake to wash it all down.
Ooh, there we go. Very specific there. Coach, how about you?
I'm pretty basic too. I just need 8. I think it's eight piece. Is that what it is? That's 8 piece. I'm never going to eat 12. I get eight nuggets, a fry, and I gotta have enough honey mustard sauce for my nuggets and my fries. Every bite. Like, I'm gonna get 2 bites out of the nugget.
You said you're not a routine guy.
Well,
though, on
I
Friday
guess
night,
I am.
but
I
that
lied.
year-
Sorry,
all right.
sorry. It was on accident.
All right, guys. Head coach Chad Murphy, really appreciate your time and perspective. And guys, all the best of luck to the Winton Warriors this season.
Appreciate you, Mike. You're the GOAT.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And Winton Woods, obviously one of 15 schools we're speaking with here in the WCPO High School Insider Podcast at local Greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Chick-fil-A restaurants, previewing the high school football season. And we are going to be at the Kenwood Town Center on Wednesday, August 9th, and we're going to be highlighting Indian Hill, Moeller, and Sycamore as well. Thanks for everyone for listening and watching, and we will talk to you tomorrow.